What if I told you that the person you text every single morning, the one who knows all your secrets, your fears, and your coffee order, is actually the same person who is systematically destroying your brain? It sounds like a plot from a psychological thriller, but for millions of people between the ages of 18 and 44, it is a daily, exhausting reality. We aren't just talking about a bad mood or a temporary fallout. We are talking about chronic, low-grade toxic exposure that floods your system with cortisol, shrinks your hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and emotion, and keeps you in a perpetual state of fight or flight. In the modern world, especially in the high-pressure environments of 2025, our mental health is under siege, not just by our workloads, but by our social circles. You felt it. That heavy, sinking feeling in your chest when a certain name pops up on your iPhone. That inexplicable exhaustion after a simple lunch date. That voice in your head that used to be confident, now whispering that maybe you aren't good enough. Today, we aren't just going to identify the red flags. We are going to perform a psychological audit. I'm going to give you a surgical toolkit to identify 7 specific types of toxic individuals, understand the neuroscience of why they hurt you, and most importantly, how to reclaim your peace without feeling a single ounce of guilt. If you're ready to stop being a sanctuary for people who only bring you storms, stay with me until the end, because the final type of toxic person we'll discuss is the most dangerous one, the one you'll never see coming because they look exactly like your biggest supporter.
Type 1, the mind bender and the DARVO trap. Let's start with the most insidious one, the gaslighter, or as I like to call them, the mind bender. We've all heard the term, but in 2025, gaslighting has evolved. It's no longer just, "you're crazy." It's much more subtle. It's the, "I never said that," followed by a look of genuine concern that makes you question your own memory. It's the, "you're too sensitive," whenever you try to set a boundary. Psychologically, this is a form of emotional grooming. They create a version of reality where they are always right and you are always flawed. But here's the advanced level you need to watch for, the DARVO expert. DARVO stands for deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. You confront them about something they did wrong. Maybe they lied or flaked on a major commitment. First, they deny it happened. Then, they attack you for bringing it up, calling you obsessive or controlling. Finally, they reverse the roles. Suddenly, they are the victim because you're attacking them, and you end up apologizing to them for something they did to you. If you find yourself saying, "I'm sorry," more than "I'm hurt," you are in a DARVO trap. The cost? Your brain loses its ability to trust its own intuition. To counter this, stop arguing about the facts with them. They don't care about the truth, they care about the win. Use the record keeper method. Write things down as they happen, not for them, but for your own sanity. When they try to bend your mind, you can look at your notes and know, I am not crazy.
Type 2, the trauma dumper and the emotional trash can. Next, we have the trauma dumper. This is the energy thief 2.0. We all have bad days, and we all need a shoulder to cry on. That's what friendship is. But there is a massive difference between venting and dumping. A healthy vent is a two-way street where the person eventually looks for a solution or asks how you are doing. A trauma dumper treats your ears like a landfill. They show up unannounced in your DMs with a 3-paragraph essay about their latest crisis, never asking if you have the emotional bandwidth to handle it. Scientifically, this creates secondary traumatic stress. You absorb their cortisol, you feel their anxiety, and the moment they feel better after emptying their drama onto you, they leave. They don't stay for your news. They don't want to hear about your promotion or your struggle. They just needed a place to put their trash. In our digital age, this is rampant. It's the person who uses your read receipts as a weapon. If you don't respond within 5 minutes, you're unsupportive. Here is your actionable step, the capacity check. Next time they start a dump, respond with, "I really want to support you, but I don't have the mental space to give you the attention you deserve right now. Can we talk on Thursday?" A healthy person will respect that. A toxic person will call you selfish. That's your sign to walk away.
Type 3, the dream killer and the realism mask.
Type 3 is the competitive friend, also known as the dream killer. This person is dangerous because their toxicity is often disguised as concern or being realistic. You tell them you're starting a side hustle, and they immediately mention the failure rate of small businesses. You tell them you're training for a marathon, and they remind you of your bad knee from 5 years ago. They are the masters of the backhanded compliment. "Oh, I'm so happy you got that promotion. I hope the extra stress doesn't make your anxiety act up again." This comes from a place of deep-seated insecurity. Your growth is a mirror that reflects their stagnation. When you level up, they feel left behind, so they try to pull you back down to a level where they feel comfortable. On social media, they are the ones who like your failures, but stay silent during your wins. They'll view every single one of your Instagram stories, but won't send a congratulations text when you hit a milestone. Understand this: some people want you to do well, just never better than them. If you feel like you have to shrink yourself or hide your wins to keep a friend comfortable, you aren't in a friendship. You're in a prison.
Type 4, the nice manipulator and the love bombing cycle. Now, let's talk about the one that hits the hardest, the nice manipulator. These are often high-functioning narcissists. They are incredibly charismatic, well-liked by everyone, and they love you more than anyone ever has, at least at first. This is love bombing. They overwhelm you with affection, gifts, and attention to bypass your natural defenses. They make you feel like the center of the universe. Why? Because they are building a debt. Once they have you hooked, they start the withdrawal. They use their previous kindness as leverage to control your current behavior. "How could you be mad at me for staying out all night? Remember when I bought you that expensive dinner last week?" They weaponize their niceness to make you feel like the bad guy whenever you try to hold them accountable. This is a subtle form of emotional slavery. You feel like you owe them your loyalty because of the good times, even though the bad times are now 90% of the relationship. Remember, kindness with an invoice isn't kindness, it's a transaction. If their love feels like a leash, it's time to cut it.
Type 5, the ghoster and the architecture of inconsistency. Type 5 is the promise breaker, or in the modern dating and friendship world, the ghoster. We often dismiss flakiness as just their personality. It's not. Chronic inconsistency is a form of psychological instability that they are forcing you to manage. When someone constantly breaks promises, big or small, they are telling you that your time, your emotions, and your planning are less valuable than their whims. This creates a variable ratio reinforcement in your brain, the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. Because they are occasionally amazing and reliable, you keep pulling the lever of the relationship, hoping for a win, even though you mostly lose. This keeps your nervous system in a state of high alert. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're checking your phone to see if they're going to show up or if they're going to bail at the last minute. This isn't just annoying, it's damaging. It erodes your sense of security. Healthy relationships are built on the boring factor, consistency. If they are a maybe in your life, they shouldn't be a priority in your heart.
Type 6, the saboteur and the art of the subtweet. Type 6 is the saboteur. This is the two-faced person who is your biggest fan to your face and your loudest critic behind your back. In 2025, this person lives in the shadows of the internet. They are the ones who post vague quotes or subtweets that are clearly about you, but leave just enough room for plausible deniability. They leak your secrets under the guise of being worried about you. They thrive on triangulation, pitting you against someone else so they can stay in the center of the drama. They don't want a resolution, they want a spectacle. The saboteur feeds on your reaction. They want you to get angry, to post back, to call them out. This gives them the proof they need to tell everyone else, "See, I told you they were unstable." The only way to win with a saboteur is to use the gray rock method. You become as uninteresting as a gray rock. Give them short, boring, one-word answers.
Don't share your secrets. Don't share your feelings. When you stop giving them the drama they crave, they will eventually go find a more interesting target.
Type 7. The Victimhood Addict. Finally, the seventh and perhaps most exhausting type, the Victimhood Addict. This person is the hero of every story and the victim of every situation. Nothing is ever their fault. Their boss is mean, their ex was crazy, their parents are toxic, and the world is out to get them. At first, your empathy will draw you to them. You want to save them. You want to be the one person who finally treats them right. But you will soon realize that the victimhood addict doesn't want to be saved. They want to be validated. If they solve their problems, they lose their identity. They will suck you into their learned helplessness until you are spending all your time solving their life while yours falls apart. And the moment you stop being their rescuer, you will become the next villain in their story. They use your compassion as a weapon against you. You cannot fix someone who is addicted to being broken.
Now that we've identified these 7 types, we need to talk about the why and the how. Why is it so hard to leave? Why do we stay in these cycles, even when we know they are toxic? The answer lies in your brain's chemistry. Toxic relationships create a trauma bond. The highs are so high and the lows are so low that your brain becomes addicted to the dopamine spike that comes when the toxic person finally gives you a crumb of affection. Breaking a toxic relationship is quite literally like going through drug withdrawal. You will feel physical pain. You will feel guilt. You will have euphoric recall, where you only remember the 10% of the time they were nice and forget the 90% of the time they were destroying you. But here is the science of recovery. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Every time you respond to that toxic text, you are resetting your recovery clock. You need to understand the concept of no contact. It's not about being petty. It's about creating a cortisol-free zone where your brain can finally begin to repair the hippocampus. If you can't go full no contact because they are a coworker or a family member, you must go low contact. Set rigid boundaries. No deep conversations. No emotional labor. You are the CEO of your life, and you are currently firing the people who are not contributing to the growth of the company. I want you to take a deep breath. For a long time, you've been told that being kind means being a doormat. You've been told that loyalty means staying until the ship sinks. I am here to tell you that self-care is not selfish. Protecting your peace is a moral obligation. You have a limited amount of energy and time on this earth. Who are you giving it to? Are you giving it to people who pour into you or people who leak from you?
As we wrap up, I want to give you a challenge. Look at your recent messages. Look at your last 5 social interactions. Which of these 7 types did you encounter? Labeling the behavior is the first step to neutralizing its power. Once you see the DARVO, or the love bombing, for what it is, it stops being a personal attack and starts being a predictable pattern of a broken person. You don't have to hate them, but you do have to leave them. If this video felt like a wake-up call, if you recognized someone, or maybe even a past version of yourself in these descriptions, I want you to do something for your future self. Comment the word boundary below. It's a small act, but it's a psychological commitment to yourself that from today on, your mental health is non-negotiable. This community is full of people who are choosing growth over drama, and we are here to support that journey. If you found value in this surgical audit of toxicity, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. We have a lot more to discuss about the neuroscience of success, the psychology of relationships, and how to build a life that you don't need a vacation from. Remember, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Don't let someone else's toxicity drown out your inner voice. You are the architect of your own peace. Walk away from the noise and walk into your power. I'll see you in the next video.